going on, gang? It's your boy Phantm, and you are tuned into today's edition of Say It With Me, Say It With Me, EQisLIFE. Thank you guys so much for rocking, vibing, sending in your emails, your questions, your comments, all your support. It's been so much appreciated. Everybody asking questions and really creating and developing this community. This is what I really wanted, to be able to share the knowledge with people really interested in helping cultivate their sound and craft better mixes, and people are engaging and networking with one another. So it's just been a really beautiful experience. I'm gonna have some more interactive stuff on the show in the next few weeks, so please tune in. It's gonna be great. Thank you guys so much each and every day for watching. As always, send in all questions and or comments to EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. As always, as well, any coders, companies looking to have their new EQs or their classic tried and true applications reviewed, demoed, displayed, promoted on the site, artists looking to have music promoted on the show, EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. Let's get into it. All right. As you guys can hear, boom, boom, bass lines. How do we carve out a good bass line sound that not only works with the track, but doesn't get in the way of other instruments that occupy that same acoustic space? A lot of times our kick drums and our bass drums fight all the time for some of the space at the bottom. Let's dig into it. Still working on the track Summertime by my artist Motivation. Anyone in need of any production and or recording mixing services, EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. So I've got the bass right here soloed. As you see, I have a loop on. I'm a big fan of using loop playback when you're mixing and editing sections. Just allows you to work very efficiently if I don't have to keep stopping and engaging a particular section. I find a section with a lot of material to work on. As you see, this section has a lot of material in it. A lot of different tracks have information going on in this section, and that just allows me to work in a very active section of the song so I can get stuff done to the group as a whole and hear what my edits and my processing decisions do to the whole song. So I can unsolo it and I've got the whole song there, and then I solo it and I'm immediately back to a section just soloed. So let's dig in. With the bass, I really want to keep it out of the way of my kick drum, and I've got my kick drum right here. My kick drum is EQ'd. Sorry. I've got a frequency increase of at about 3.8 decibels going back using a shelving filter. So the smartest thing for me to do would be to keep my bass out of the way of that. What do I mean? So if 80 hertz on down is being occupied by my kick, let's set something. I've set a shelving curve at 124. So now both of these instruments can play without them getting in each other's way. Very nice. See how that sounds together. So now they're both occupying separate spaces. And I'm also going to add a little point at around 700 hertz. Let's see how that sounds in the mix. We can also add a little bit of point to the top around 2.3 kilohertz. But again, let's be mindful that we don't overlap with the frequencies here. So this is around 3.7. Really getting the thwack of the beater of the kick drum around this 2 to 4 kilohertz range. Same thing, keeping stuff out of the way. And this is a lot of times what you're doing. You're really going to be creating a balancing act between instruments. Nice. And I'll just accentuate it a bit so you can hear what it's really doing. Keep that out of the way. The top part of the kick drum, leave it like that for the balance. Now you hear both instruments playing together. We're getting clarity and power, which is what we strive for. Clarity and power. As always, for any additional information, questions, and or comments, EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. EQisLIFE247@gmail.com. Because EQ is life 24/7. Keep grinding, keep pushing towards your dreams. I'm Phantm Fuego. I'm getting out of here. You have a great day. Never forget, EQ is life, guys. Take it easy.